about your career, most people think when I mention your name, they seem to think about the rendition of X Factor. That must have been quite a long time ago, surely, for you.
Yes, X Factor for me was 7 years ago now. I remember vividly going to boot camp about this time 7 years ago in 2007. Mm-hmm. But it seems like a distant memory for me, but I guess that's how a lot of people will know me, and that's fine. I'm very proud of that show.
Yeah,
it's a successful platform, and it continues to create successful brands and acts. And it's funny because some people say, "Really, does it though?" And I say, "Yeah." I mean, you just got to look at the likes of One Direction and JLS and Ollie Murs.
Yeah.
And even the people that don't do music necessarily, but carve out careers in presenting, such as Ryland, and love them or hate them, they've got a career. But for me, it was about steering it more down what I'm known for, or what my roots are really, which is classical music, and that's what I've returned to with this fifth album.
Yeah. So what's involved in the album then, or what's really then involved in making an album such as the one you're doing?
Well, there's a lot of different facets. It's taken me 11 months now to make this, and from choosing the songs to choosing the orchestra, because it's all orchestral. Mm-hmm. So we've got like a 70-piece orchestra on here. Mm-hmm. To the person who's going to produce it, who knows how to produce sensitively for classical music, but also keeping the edge of the crossover, because that's what I am. I'm not a purist. I'm not a pure classical singer.
No.
My contemporaries are people like Alfie Boe, Catherine Jenkins, as opposed to Maria Callas, for example, who is at the top of her game. I'm not saying that Catherine isn't, but it's a different genre, and I fit into the opera, the classical crossover bowl, which is why I include songs like Nights in White Satin and The Blower's Daughter and One Day Like This by Elbow in amongst songs like Ave Maria and Nessun Dorma, for example, and Danny Boy. But there's also I have to think about the collaborations I want to do, because every album I do, I love to include a duet or two on it.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And I've been lucky enough to perform with great people over my last few albums, such as Adina Menzel and Kiri Takanawa and Bryn Terfel, my favorite singer of all time. Mm-hmm. And then on this album, we've got Bonnie Tyler singing with me, and Kerry Ellis, the Broadway and West End star.
Oh, sounds wonderful. I mean, I know you were talking about how you fitted into that bowl, if you like, within Catherine Jenkins, etc. Would you have said that they were your heroes? And I say heroes in inverted commas. Would that be the case with that, then?
Certainly, yeah. They were my... they showed me that it was possible. They brought me into a world which was accessible, I felt, at music college, and enticing and interesting, and something I could see myself doing. Mm-hmm. So throughout my teens and into my early 20s, I would see people like Andrea Bocelli and Catherine and even Josh Groban, who's slightly more pop, but he has a classical core to his voice.
Yeah.
Performing to wide audiences and performing the repertoire that's second nature to me, So I thought, well, this looks like a fun way of bringing classical singing to a wider audience. Mm-hmm. And so I made it my duty to pursue a career in that genre. And I've been lucky enough 7 years on to still find myself in that world.
It sounds it. I mean, when was it that you first realised that you could sing as like that, in that classical nature? Because I know it is a very difficult thing to do when singing songs. I mean, if I see opera singers now, I think, bloomin' heck, they can hold a note. How difficult or easy is it for you?
Well, it's really not easy. Any classical singer works extremely hard on their voice. I mean, I train to 2 hours every day, and the top singers in Covent Garden, they have a vocal coach or a singing teacher and a vocal coach, and the coach takes them through all the complex repertoire, singing in foreign languages and very complex musical pieces of music. But yeah, it's not easy, but I enjoy the process of getting better and perfecting my craft, and there's always development to be made, and the classical voice develops in a male baritone like I am, probably between the ages of 35 and 52. So I mean, I'm just 30, So I've got, I'm approaching the prime of my career, hopefully,
Yeah.
But there's many years I can still develop in the next 15 years, which is exciting.
It would be, and of course your new album as well. It's released Monday the 14th of April, which we're all really, really looking forward to. I know I am, particularly am as well. Is there anything else that's new in the pipeline for you, or is this taking so long to do that you just think after this I'm going to have a wee holiday or a break or something like that?
Well, I might have a...
Oscar Pistorius is facing cross-examination by the prosecution.
Oh dear.
In his murder trial.
I think we can hear... Hello?
Hi.
Hiya. We seem to be getting a bit of Oscar Pistorius' trial at the moment. The way I was asking about your album that comes out on the 14th of April. Are you going to have a holiday out of that afterwards that has been done, or are you just going to continue doing anything else that's new in the pipeline for you?
Well, yeah, I mean, I may well go for a little break in the sun, I feel like I need to recharge the batteries, but it's an exciting period, and if the album goes #1 in the classical charts, which is the intention, then I'm expecting quite a busy time post-release. I may well be supporting a very big act at the O2 in May.
Oh, very nice.
So, yeah, I'm not going to say who it is, because very often in this industry, let down right at the last minute. You never know
exactly.
for sure if you're, So it'll be put it this way, it'd be very nice if it comes off, but that'll be in May. But the next thing after the album will be my tour, and I'm coming back up to Glasgow on the 20th of October.
Ah, right, okay.
So I'm looking forward to that. Is it the Royal Festival Hall, is it?
It will be, yeah. It'll be the Royal Festival Hall in Glasgow, or the Royal Concert. I think it'll either be the festival or the Concert Hall. I can't quite remember myself. But
all right. So it's probably the Royal Concert Hall then. I played there before. It's a lovely space, and that's part of my UK tour,
Excellent.
Which kicks off at 17th of October.
Wonderful, wonderful. I really like the sound of that. Ridian, it's been fabulous to talk to you. One thing we're going to get you to do, if this is okay with you. That's perfect. Thank you very much, Ridian. It's wonderful. Wonderful to talk to you. Best of luck with everything that goes on in your tour in October and in May as well. It's been great to talk to you, pal. And
many thanks.
Best of luck to you. Okay.
Thanks so much, bud.
Excellent.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye-bye.